Alright, so you want to grow your audience to hundreds of thousands of followers, build a brand, monetize it, build community, friendships, and so on. Now, let me tell you what the truth actually is. Only 8% of you will actually succeed. There are 30 million creators on Instagram, but only 0.7% has over 1 million followers. So this is the blueprint to growing your Instagram from 0 to 1 million followers, even if nobody knows who you are. The strategies and methods you're about to discover in this video are exactly the same strategies I used to grow my brand For Good Code from 0 to 1.7 million followers in less than 2 years' time. These methods completely changed my life. I was able to grow my account to the biggest tech brand on Instagram, moved to Bali at the age of 21, and I was able to charge over $10,000 for one post on my feed. Now, the first thing I want to talk about in this video is carousel. If you don't know what a carousel is one Instagram post containing more than one picture or video. I think now you can post up to 10 slides. I've seen a lot of people transition from creating these carousels to reels because now they think that Instagram is a video platform. That's slightly right, but there is a huge opportunity on carousels right now. I have grown to 1.4 million followers only by using carousels. I've never shared a reel before, and I only tested 2 reels. They cost me a lot of money and they didn't get that much engagement I used to get. What I love about carousels is that they're so easy to make. You can literally go now to Figma or Canva or whatever the editing app you use, make a frame, type something out, and you can share it right away. Literally, that's what it takes. You don't need any video editing skills, any of that. But first, before you do that, you need to understand who do you make content for. So who do you make the content for? When you're a complete beginner with 0 followers, it is extremely important to know who you are making the content for. You're not making it for yourself. So please do not share a picture of your food or your family, because at this stage of your growth, no one actually cares about you, but they actually care about the value you're providing and what you're offering. And I see a lot of creators, they say you are the niche. I think this is a really bad advice for beginners because these creators have built over the years a following that they know their faces. So they can talk about whatever they want. They can share whatever thoughts they have and they would still get clicks and views. But for you, no one really knows you. So if you put a title, this is my morning routine, who are you? Like, no one really knows you. So it is extremely important to niche down and niche as much as possible. I have started my account teaching people how to code. This is where For Good Code's name came from. I was specifically talking about data structures and algorithms, which is a very niche topic in the programming world. I wasn't trying to talk about programming in general or how to solve problems, but I was hitting these very hard concepts that I have seen the gap in the market that no one talks about this topic. I have grown to 80,000 to 100,000 followers just by doing this concept. It's called Explain to Me like I'm 6 years old. So I was explaining very complicated topics in an easy way. And that made me stand out among the millions other programming accounts simply because I was very niche and talking very specifically about data structures and algorithms. It is so easy to grow if you niche down. If you have a personal account with your friends and family, please start from there. Archive the posts that you don't want people to see and start posting, because you need a basic following for Instagram to boost your posts to more people. Because how it works is Instagram sees how your basic following, in this case, your friends and family, interact with your post first based on likes, shares, and saves, how they interact with your posts, specifically in the first 30 minutes or the first hours of your post. Then based on this, they see if they can boost it to more people or not. If you don't have a basic following, then it is very challenging to grow. If you're a fitness coach, for example, and your bio is like, I help people transform their body. There is millions of creators doing that. But if your bio is like, I help entrepreneurs transforming their body without sacrificing the work hours, then there is more likely that you're gonna stand out among other creators. And you can always expand your niche down the line if you want to, if you actually have an audience, a basic audience. So now, here is the most interesting part. What makes content go viral on Instagram? Since I've been on this Instagram game for more than 4 years now and had multiple viral posts on the way, let me share with you my stats and the key metrics that Instagram utilizes to boost your posts to a broader audience. So now I'm going to share with you live stats from my Instagram account to show you and prove to you what actually works and how content gets viral on Instagram, because it's really hard to predict unless you have data. So first, the first metric on Instagram is saves. As you can see here, the post that gets viral for me, this one, it gets 1.3 million saves and only 700k likes. Well, only, but the number of saves is a lot more higher. And also the shares, 400k shares. This post alone got 152k new followers. And that's the same for every viral post, as you can see here. 391k, 14k new followers, 130k shares. 130k people shared this post. This one only 3 days ago, as you can see here, it's still going, but it has 67k and only 53k likes. This one as well. I can keep going to all of my viral posts. I had multiple viral posts before, and I can just prove that it's all about saves and shares. As you can see here again, 1.9 million saves and 600k shares. This post alone as well got 153k new followers. So the big metrics for Instagram are saves and shares. Likes doesn't mean anything. And I had multiple one-slide posts, not carousels. As you can see here, they have good amount of likes, but they don't reach a lot of people. Because if someone saves your post, that means they find it very valuable. They want to go back and read it again. But if they like it, then yeah, you can like everything. But for saves, they actually find it very, very useful. So the big key metrics on Instagram are shares and saves. And you can actually predict how a post is going from the first 30 minutes. And how I do it is you go to the insights of your post and you see the number of non-followers that your post reached. If it's so low, then you're not growing. But if it's bigger than the amount of followers, then you're reaching new followers outside of your followers, and that's what makes you grow. You're reaching new people, and that's how you get new followers. And that's the case for every post, as I said. As you can see here, only 500k followers, but the non-followers are 33 million. That is insane. If you're reaching new people, you're going to grow. If you're just reaching your audience, your basic followers, you're not growing. So that's how I predict if a post is going to do well or not. But the thing is, who's responsible for the likes, shares, and saves? It's people. The algorithm is controlled by people. So the content that would get you the metrics we talked about is people. So how to actually create value on your post so that people comment, share, and save it? First, you have to understand that Instagram content is very different from the blog posts. So please don't go over to Google and copy paste a paragraph on a carousel hoping to get some attention. No, that's not how it works. You have to stop people from scrolling. That's how you need to pay more attention on the hook itself. The first slide of the post is so important that if we look at the most liked carousels, you will see how powerful the hook is. I normally spend more hours on the hook than the entire post itself, so pay more attention to that. I mean, check this out. So do whatever you can to stand out from the typical how to be productive or the best way to make money. Use numbers, use very popular keywords, don't ever use complicated formal language. At Forget Code, we use clear, simple language. We use conversational tone. We use analogies, metaphors, direct conversational tone. We give actionable advices. I even sometimes test my writings on a readability checker, and it should be 6 grades. Don't take everything seriously. Be funny. I even have this hot guy in tech next to my name. It now became the thing I'm actually known for, just to give this vibe of a friendly way of value. Write everything as a list. People tend to finish what they are reading, and it pushes you to write precisely and use less words.